What's up, world? It's your boy Voodoo Child, and it's day 11 of a 30-day challenge. So the reason why I initially started this 30-day challenge is just kind of a way to get my foot through the door on YouTube, as a content creator. I dropped a lot of music before on it. Matter of fact, I had a page, and I had it for probably 10 years, and that's where I had all my music on it, music videos, everything. Probably had over at least 100, 200,000 total views on it, and I had that account monetized. And because of an email address that I had no longer was in service anymore, I wasn't able to get my account back, so I had to start a new YouTube account, and it's all good. It started from scratch, and it was one that I had set up, a year or two ago, but I never used it. And once that went down, I just started uploading videos this year again. And yeah, so as I'm on this journey of trying to get new subscribers, trying to get my numbers back up so that I can get to a level being monetized, I'm understanding that, nothing great, no success comes overnight. You feel me? Unless you selling crack or something, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're out here, that shit can happen overnight. But with this YouTube thing, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens with consistency. And that's why I was like, you know what? I don't really post on a normal basis. I kind of like to be an enigma, kind of like a mystery. You feel me? I'm the Voodoo Child. There's a lot of darkness to what I bring to the table. So I don't want to shine light too much on it. But we're in a different world, in a different age, where sometimes they want to see the whole experience, in order to be able to consume what you're trying to give to them. And we see everything now. We know everything now. We have too much information, like almost misuse of information sometimes. More information than we need and don't know what to do with. And so our brains it's a little harder to process things and digest things now. So I understand why they want the full retrospect. And you know what? I got 3 of the coolest kids in the world, and we do dope shit every day. And they just dope to be around. I'm a dope ass motherfucker. I'm a rock star. So, we live a cool life just naturally. So if me turning this camera on a little bit, helps create, a likeness between us, and, can let you into my world and see, that, you may be, me and you may be alike in more ways than we may be from different faces of the universe, different backgrounds, different everything, but we may be more alike than because, we'll recognize real, and there's real shit going on out here. So if you can relate to it and you can understand it and be like, all right, yeah, I see where this brother's trying to go. Then that's where a community starts to being built, and that's where a real fan base starts to get built. And, I could reach more people this way. So I'm just honored that, YouTube allows creators a chance to be seen and be heard and get paid for it. You feel me? And so ultimately, I'm trying to transition into this atmosphere of things, because there's so much money to be made in here. Once you start monetizing, I've seen people go from, 100 views here, 100 views there, 1,000 views here, 1,000 views there, but because of the consistency, that many views add up. And if you have a total amount of views, that's good as just having that amount of views on one video. So if your videos aren't getting a lot of views right away, if you're consistent and you're dropping video after video after video, you're stacking up them views, slowly but surely. I think that's a key way to start getting money on this YouTube thing. So, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to just, create content. You never know what people are gonna like and gravitate to. You might have something to say that resonate with the people. So, yeah, be yourself, man. Just do your thing. Have fun. Other than that, what inspired me to do this 30-day challenge is just finding a different outlet. Obviously a stream of income, but a legal stream of income, that is. But something that I can make off of, my music, off of my passion, my art, what I love to do, and becoming a YouTube content creator seemed like an interesting avenue. You feel me? Especially as a musician and artist, especially as somebody who's, you know, a father of three, trying to make it, and who's hustling and doing side hustles and these kind of gigs, that gig, performing here and there, just trying to do a little bit of everything, just to stay afloat. And if I can just create content, which, you know, I got to create content for my fans anyways, you know, and give them an in-depth look, you know, into the life of an artist, to a life of a father, just, you know, to the life of a man, you know, on his ascension to you know, accomplishing his dream. So I'm also gonna use this platform to just talk with y'all, man. Just spit things and try to digest what's going on in my own brain, you feel me? Yeah, life is tough, man. Shit ain't easy out here, man. So, do what you gotta do. Be safe, you know. Don't make your next move your last move. You feel me? You wanna keep being able to recreate that play over and over again. So, I know it gets rough out here. I know it's very easy to jump into this fast money or jump into, you know, certain extracurricular activities. I contemplate that shit every day. But there's a way. There's other ways out here where you don't even have to, you know, get your hands dirty anymore. You feel me? You don't even have to put yourself out there like that. I mean, you can put yourself out there in this type of way, but you don't have to go out there and put your life on the line per se. And see some money like you would never believe. I encourage anybody who's trying to start this YouTube and use this as a way to make money and stream and all of that. Just get started. Just go. Just talk about life. Talk about what you know. Tell your truth and let the truth be told. You feel me? So I came up with this thing, how to make money in 2025 legally. And then the reason why I stress legally is because previous to doing this, you know, I got my money different ways, you know, and with the benefits of what came with it, also came hell, you know, came a lot of long nights. And I think that I'm blessed to be sitting here in front of you right now. Like, I'm not even lucky. This is God's will. Alhamdulillah. And I got kids now, so I try to imagine them being in the situations that I've been in, and I just don't see it going the same way it went for me. I don't see it just making it out like that. I don't know why God did it. I don't know what his reason for it, but I know he has a plan for me, and I feel it inside of me. So if I can encourage, if there is another avenue and I can encourage somebody to go that way, and I can show somebody it worked for me this way, and I can teach a young person, like, well, any person, to do it this way, and, like, you know, hey, give it a shot. This is working for me. This is what I'm making on it, and I'm able to change my life with it. And it's for real, then that's what I'm gonna push to people. Like, I know in my music, I push hustling and talk a lot about selling drugs and doing drugs and things like that. You know, it's my life. Was my life. I mean, it was my life. You know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out type thing. But it's definitely something that I'm getting used to, trying to find different routes, because that's all I knew for a long time, for all my whole adult life, you know, from my teens. That's how I got it. That's how I knew how to get it. That was for sure. But in that time, I lost a lot of people along the way. I lost my mind along the way. And fuck around, lost my soul along the way. And it's some tough times, man. It's still some tough times. But, you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, I'm seeing all these success stories on YouTube. You know, I'm seeing people, you know, really getting it out here just by, you know, being themselves and being consistent and being persistent and not giving up and not getting discouraged if, you know, it's not working right away. And so it's just like hustling, in a sense, you know. You're not working for nobody. You make your own schedule, get your money. So, you know, if you kind of look at it like that, just use your skills that you had in one area, transfer them over. You feel me? If you have a product, a product that people want, and you can make money off that product, and you keep flipping it, and you flip it, and you flip it, and you flip it. That's the same thing with putting a video out. All right, they vibing with this one. All right, they must like this. They must like this strand. I'm gonna double up on this one. I'm gonna, you know, oh, this one flying. Okay. Okay, they like this over here too. Okay, I'm double up on this batch. So it's like same thing with finding your niche, and that's why I'm doing this 30-day challenge, and I'm trying a bunch of different things. Like I'm giving you guys a little bit of everything. You know, I'm giving you my music. I'm giving you, you know, showing you the life of a father. I'm showing you letting you in a little bit on my life. You know, as we go along. You know, as I feel more comfortable. Because I could do it in music all day. Like I can express myself in a whole completely different way through my music. I connect on like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I'm out of body when I'm making music. It's like I'm watching myself do it, and I'm just like pulling the strings. And so I'm hoping to be able to transfer that same energy over to this YouTube. You know, as I get more comfortable, and you know, as I feel comfortable opening up and telling more stories, and I hope that I can grow with an audience, and you know, use this platform for good. Use this platform to draw awareness, to maybe motivate and inspire and incite, and you know, just elevate and relate. You feel me? Just a place where people can feel safe and laugh and feel good, or you know, be like, damn, okay, I hear you. Because at the end of the day, we just want to be heard. You feel me? If you got a story to tell, and you know that it can help people out hearing your story, then I think it's your will and it's your duty to, you know, to give back, to inform, to teach. You know, that's why I do coaching. You feel me? I learned a lot about, you know, football. I learned a lot about being a man playing football, more than just the sport itself. You know, a lot about life and how people work and how situations work, and you know, it's very competitive out here in life. You feel me? And if you're not willing to fight for a spot, if you're not willing to work when nobody else is working, like how do you ever expect to be great? And you know, that's the same thing I try to instill in my kids. I try to instill that in my players, and you know, I believe they feel my energy when I'm talking, because it's coming from a real place, it's coming from a heart, it's coming from an experienced place. You feel me? And
real life experience.
Yeah, real. And I want that intensity to be felt. You feel me? You know, through my music, through my words, through my parenting, through my coaching. So you know, I feel like YouTube kind of, you know, it not only allows people into my life, but it kind of allows me to just vent and allow people into my life. You know, I always have my guard up, especially, like I said, being active, you know, out here in the streets for a long time. You learn to keep your guard up. You learn not to trust anybody. You know, Respect ain't given, it's earned, you feel me? And loyalty is everything. And, you know, you can't show no love out here. Love will get you killed. So always having to keep your guard up, always having to numb yourself, you know? So you have to think about some of the decisions that you made.
It's not a life.
Yeah, that's not a life I wanted to keep living. And it's not a life that I want my kids to see me live, or I even want to show them that's the way to live. You feel me? Like I'm a rock star to the core. I done everything underneath the sun. So I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. But if I could drop knowledge and I can spread wisdom through my music, you know, maybe through me just talking to y'all. Shit, man. That's what maybe I was put on this earth to do, you know? And like I said, just times change. So maybe, you know, this is just a new way to draw awareness. There's so much out there now. People are confused, you know? They think that just because it's out there, just because it's information out there, then that's what it is. And they soak up all this misinformation. So, like I said, real recognize real, you know, you could hear that shit. You can feel that shit. Like I said, to all my hustlers out there, dog, I'm not telling you to just get up and leave whatever you hustling at right now, or, you know, if you got a 9-to-5 or whatever you're doing to make money. I'm not telling you to just abandon shit right away, because YouTube money don't come right away. But if you build with it and you stay consistent and you stay persistent at it, promise you, man, it's gonna be fruitful in the end. And that's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to think the long game, you know, the long goal. So if I can encourage anybody and I can show you just through my journey alone, you know, you guys come subscribe to me, you feel me? And you know, watch me as I ascend on my YouTube journey, you feel me? And try to figure out how to make money this way and let this be my new hustle. And if I can, like I said, bring some other hustlers who I know who have the mindset and who can do this and who got consistency and persistency in them, and you know, who's not afraid to just get out here and be themselves, then, you know, there's an avenue to where you can not have to risk your life and your freedom, you know, which is always the best thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got to put all that, that's what, you know, that's why we out here trying to make it in the world, trying to do something bigger than life, you know? I don't think anybody just likes to do shit like that, you feel me? You know, like to run their own business and be their own boss, you feel me? So by any means necessary. So if there's a will and there's a way, they might as well use it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create my own path through this YouTube. So I'm gonna let y'all in on a story. So this story right here that I'm about to tell you, this shit right here is what actually gave me the idea to go create my first short film. It's called Midnight Rituals. I'll drop the link below. It's on my page though. You'll find it right there. It's called Midnight Rituals. So basically, it's the story of Robert Johnson. So if you know about Robert Johnson, he's quoted as being the godfather of rock and roll. And he's pretty much the one who his major riffs that he created were pretty much the start to rock and roll music. And that's what all rock and roll musicians kind of accredited to learning those riffs from. It gets accredited from Robert Johnson. Anyways, long story short, this dude named Robert Johnson. He's from Clarksdale, Mississippi. And you know, he's a decent blues player. He's all right. And I guess, you know, he'd go down to Dockery Farms. That was like it used to be a plantation. But back in the day, back in like the 1930s, something like that, 1920s, 30s, it was like a juke joint. It was like a place where everybody hung out, listened to blues music. They drank, they smoked, you know, they did that thing. And so I guess Robert Johnson, you know, as an upcoming musician, he would go in there and try to play the blues. And I guess, you know, people would you know, try to get him to get off the stage. You know, he didn't quite have it yet. And, you know, he'd be around some of the other blues players, and, you know, they would kind of joke with him and, you know, get him off the stage and tell him to go home or tell him to come back when he, you know, when he got it figured out. So this kind of disgruntled Robert Johnson. You know, he felt like, you know, like the blues is in me, man. This is what I was meant to do. So the legend has it that as he was leaving Dockery Farms, there's a long pathway, right? As you leave this Dockery Farms, that's like a gas station. It's like an old plantation. There's a factory back there, and there's a place where they used to set up like a stage and play the blues. And if you go directly down this long path, it's a long, dark path. No lighting, no anything. Just a dirt paved road, long, dark path. And then there's this little cemetery to the left. If you keep walking down the pathway about halfway down, about a mile down, maybe about halfway of that, there's a cemetery to the left. And if you keep walking, just a little bit, you know, maybe another 800 yards or so, there's a crossroad. And it goes like this directly. Spooky as hell, because it's dark, there's no lights, and there's just dirt paved roads. There's no concrete or nothing like that. And at these very crossroads, legend has it that there was a dark, shadowy figure that emerged over Robert Johnson's shoulder. And he pretty much asked him, you know, if I tune this guitar for you, I could turn you into the greatest blues musician of all time. But in exchange, I need your soul. So Robert Johnson sat there, contemplated it for a little while. Said, fuck it, what did he have to lose? So he gave him the guitar, and the dark, shadowy man, he tuned it. Next thing you know, Robert Johnson, months later, comes back into that same juke joint at Dockery Farms and lights that motherfucker up. I'm talking about.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck is you?
You're not from around here, are you?
God, no.
May I ask you a question? You ever feel lost? These things on earth can be grand, but they can only be achieved one way. That's with your soul.
Really? Yes?
Down in the dungeon. Oh.